Hi, everybody. It's Simone Vitalero here from Team Synergy Global Consulting. Thank you for tuning in. Have you ever noticed how the moment something is really important, your clarity seems to disappear? Not because you're unsure, but because the pressure shows up? That's what I want to talk to you about today. Because pressure doesn't just make things harder, pressure literally hijacks our clarity. And I'm not talking about the external pressures only, like our timelines, our expectations and deadlines. I'm talking about the internal pressures we put on ourselves when we really care, when we want to get something right, and when we feel responsible for the outcome. And here's what people don't necessarily realize a lot. When pressure kicks in, your mind doesn't operate the same way as it would if you were grounded. It literally shifts to protecting ourselves. So instead of seeing things clearly, you start running these internal dialogues, and they can sound like this. What if I get this wrong? What if I miss something? What if someone's disappointed? What if this turns into like what happened the last time? What if I can't handle it like last time? What if? And once those thoughts take over, clarity will slip away. Not because you're incapable, but because pressure narrows your perception. It pulls you into old patterns that feel familiar, even if they aren't even true right now. That's when we become reactive instead of responsive, overwhelmed instead of grounded, stuck instead of clear, hesitant instead of decisive. I felt this so many times in my role in leadership over the years. The decision itself wasn't hard, it was the pressure that activated old patterns of me. So the part that didn't want to make a mistake, that didn't want to disappoint anyone, that did not want to be judged, or afraid that I'd be misunderstood. And that pressure makes the past feel like it's happening right now. And it literally brings me back to elementary school. In elementary school, I struggled. I dealt with a lot of anxiety because I had such a hard time in class. And instead of dealing with it, I would just say, I would have the I don't care attitude. But what was really there is that I needed a different way to learn. I needed more time. I needed to feel it. I was very much a kinesthetic learner. And thankfully, I had some teachers that recognized that. And so I had a teacher that would work with me one-on-one. But I'm sure you can think back at a very young age, what that was like being pulled out of class and the stigma those classes had. And of course, special ed. Sorry, I almost forgot what it was called. It's called special education. So I was put into special education. I was taken out of class almost daily. And although it helped me, even that stigma, that pressure, or, fear of being judged or laughed at, I had that along the way. So I did everything in my power never to have that experience again. But it impacts me, and this is the perfect example. It's like, is this happening now, or was this in the past? Like, I am an adult now, I'm a leader, and I do have the opportunity and space to take time to grasp concepts, learn new things, and in time, I know I get it. But instead of pushing through the pressure, I now pause. I pause and name it. And this is where the shift happened for me. What is this pressure actually about? So let's say stepping into my new role, or having to take on a new accountability, even just, having to manage the operations of a company. There's a lot of pressure there. So what is this pressure actually about? Is this fear from today, or is this fear from another time in my life? And what is this part of me trying to protect? Because the moment you name it, pressure loosens, like the grip starts to loosen up. And you can see things more clearly, and then you can make more objective decisions, more decisions that align with who you are today in your current context, not from the past. And so this becomes information rather than it becoming threatening. So when clarity comes back, you become more grounded. So here's your reflection for today. How does pressure show up in my mind, and what is it trying to protect you from? When you understand that, you can respond from the version of who you are today, not the version of who you learned, those patterns from the past at whatever stage of life. And this is exactly what we want to do at the Ignite workshop on January 10th. We want to understand how pressure shapes our decisions, how time shape our decisions, so that we can have more clarity. And you can build that emotional capacity and the ability to move towards what you want. So, if you're interested in learning more, please reach out. We'd be happy to jump on a call with you, connect with you to learn more, to see if this is a possibility. Or if you're ready, you're a big yes, just register. Regardless, I really hope you receive something from today's call. And I wish you groundedness, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the year. And thank you for tuning in, and have a great day.